who might be tapped to be Kamala Harris's running mate. Tonight, John Carl with the names getting a lot of attention already and what they're saying so far.
As Vice President Kamala Harris edges closer to getting the pledged delegates she needs to clinch the Democratic nomination, her team is already focusing on the process of choosing a running mate, tapping former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder and his law firm to prepare to begin vetting potential candidates. And speculation among Democrats close to Harris has focused on several elected officials, including North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, who has been elected governor twice in a state Democrats hope to win this year. Popular first-term Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania, a state Harris needs to win. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, a moderate and a rare Democratic governor in a red state. And former astronaut and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, husband of Gabby Giffords. In Pennsylvania today, Shapiro was asked about speculation he could be chosen as Harris's running mate.
This is a deeply personal decision that the vice president will make. She will make it on her own timetable and her own timeline.
He also pointed out he's known Harris for 20 years.
We have both been prosecutors.
Governor Shapiro was one of the first calls the vice president made after President Biden announced he was bowing out.
Our conversation was all about how we beat Donald Trump and protect our freedoms here in this Commonwealth.
Governor Cooper has also known Harris for some 20 years, going back to when they were both state attorneys general. Today, he talked about Harris's recent visit to North Carolina to mark the anniversary of the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade.
How dare they? How dare they?
She's going to bring that excitement to the people that we need to bring to the polls. The young people, women, suburban women who can vote either Republican or Democratic.
Governor Beshear today was asked what he would bring to the table if he were to be tapped as Harris's running mate.
Certainly, we've shown that we know how to win. We know how to reach across the divide and how to campaign in a way where we talk to people and not at them.
A rare Democratic governor there in the South and his success in Kentucky. John Carl, we know the Republican ticket. Hard to believe we were just at the convention a few days ago. Obviously, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance. Now everyone going to be reading the tea leaves on the Democratic side. Every phone call the vice president makes, every question answered by these potential VP contenders. You know, one of the first calls you reported there that was made public, the vice president calling a popular Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. What do we know, and who else has she talked with?
Well, if you're reading tea leaves, there's a lot of leaves in the bottom of that cup. She's also called yesterday. She talked to Roy Cooper, governor of North Carolina, Andy Beshear, governor of Kentucky. And in terms of the timeline, you know, right now the Democrats are scheduled to have a virtual roll call, which would be nominating the presidential candidate and the vice presidential candidate, a roll call that would begin in just 10 days, David.
10 days from now. John Carl with us right here again tonight. Thank you, John.